So we are in this super weird time where more than ever before, people are constantly blindly chasing after their dopamine cravings, running after their social media, their junk food, their TV shows, their video games, all of these different desires that kind of hijack our brain. And I don't even really blame anyone. I'm just saying that the system has kind of been built to hijack our brains. Our health is getting more and more messed up from both the misinformation in general healthcare, in general media, also in social media. You can think of things like seed oils, like tap water, pasteurization, this type of thinking of, let's kill all the bacteria around us and hug ourselves with chemicals because that is healthy, which is just retarded thinking, to be honest. This is all resulting in testosterone declining year by year, IQ decreasing year by year, attention span issues coming up more and more, cancer cases being 1 in 2,500 before, now being in 2 in 5. That we also live in the age with one of the biggest opportunities to completely redistribute the wealth across humanity that we'll likely ever see, because we democratize both attention and information. You can literally permanently change your family's wealth bracket by becoming the one and being that person that makes that change for everyone else. Now, I do think that it's no longer good enough to be in the top 20%. Perhaps 50 years ago that was okay, where if you were in good shape and you had a good job, it would be relatively easy to have a good house, to have a good wife who was faithful and loving and who was also in good shape, and overall you'd live a good life. That is no longer really the case. First of all, with all of the global uncertainty, it would be very wise to have multiple residencies, to have multiple passports, multiple licenses, whatever it might be, multiple bank accounts in different countries, just to have a lot of different options in terms of where you are capable to reside. On top of this, with democratized attention also comes an uneven distribution for access, which means that the 1% gets highly outsized returns versus the 2%. And those get outsized returns again versus the 3% and so on, which applies both in health, in wealth, relationships, and in happiness. Then your chances of getting a high quality partner in the West is also getting slimmer and slimmer, where I don't want to go too deep into the red pill here, but there's a lot of different studies. And one study, for example, shows that the infidelity chance increases by 10% for every single mate that a woman has been with. And there is a similar correlation with guys, although it is less drastic, and I would assume that is with guys particularly because a higher body count guy is generally a higher status guy. This same correlation does not necessarily exist with women. Either way, we can definitely conclude, right, that the family union in the West is getting destroyed. Even if you look at the gym, when I used to go to the gym, there would be no one around, right? Back in the day, I would have to scour bodybuilding forums to get some type of high quality information. And most of the people that were going weren't getting the best results, or they were complete meatheads. Nowadays, there's at least one other guy in the gym when I'm training, even if it's in quiet hours, that is just looking great and is in great shape. It's also no longer a matter of being good in one area. You have to excel all across the board because your biggest bottleneck is your weakest link. And if you don't take the time to do that and you don't put that effort in, there's going to be this 1% dog that is going to eat up your resources and beat you. I can tell you personally that if you don't have all these areas in check, I will beat you. This is not a matter of me being better or whatever, right? Not at all. I'm just saying that having all of these different areas in check creates such a huge advantage for you. And as someone who has slowly leveled up in each of these areas at different phases, I can 100% vouch for this. Remember that self-discipline does not mean self-suppression. Self-discipline purely means letting your higher desires rule your lesser desires. And as long as you don't do that, you will never create your higher desires. Now, how do you beat everyone across these areas? Join my $2,000 course. I'm joking. I do have a course, but it's not $2,000, it's $7. And it literally teaches you everything that I have learned helping over 75 entrepreneurs, including guys making millions a month, to scale faster, live a better life, optimize their health, optimize their performance, and just live a better existence. Together, we've invested over $100,000 into the program and into ourselves. We've invested thousands of hours into reading, into studying this knowledge and putting it all together. So the price to value discrepancy is literally outrageous. If you want to get access to that, the link's in the description. And other than that, thank you for watching. I hope this is helpful.